Before we get the video started, I just want to say rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. News broke a few hours ago before I started recording this that he passed away at the age of 36. That's way too damn young, and it's a shame and it's tragic. So send in love and prayers to his family. Such a creative mind for wrestling. One of the greatest creative minds, in my opinion, for wrestling. So many amazing characters and just things he did. And yeah, it just truly is just insane that he could be just gone so soon. So rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. The biggest event in pro wrestling history is coming up this Sunday. AEW All In London, Wembley Stadium. So we're going to dive into the card. I believe there's like 11 matches, couple on the 0 hour, and there's probably going to be a couple more added on like Rampage or Collision or whatever. It's Thursday when I'm recording this, so who knows what they're going to add. But let's get right into it. We're going to start off with some 0 hour action as we had Jack Perry going to be defending the FTW Championship against Hook. Now, on Collision, he's going to be retiring the title. They were going to do it on Dynamite, but they scrapped it or whatever. But he's going to be supposedly retiring the title. I guess Hook will come out and stop him from dumping it in the trash or officially retiring it or whatever they're going to do. Maybe Taz might be there. And at Wembley, you know what? Even though Jack Perry just won the FTW title, I think it's more just to be like, I'm an asshole, I took it from Hook, haha. I think they might actually have Hook win it back and have Jack Perry get his comeuppance. So I'm going to go with Hook defeating Jack Perry at Wembley Stadium. And now the most talked about 0 hour pre-show match in AEW history, we have Aussie Open defending their Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships against MJF and Adam Cole. The Bro Chachos, better than you, baby. And this could be where a turn or a big shift happens. This match will probably affect the main event of All In. Maybe Adam Cole might turn heel in this match. Maybe MJF might go back to his scumbag ways. I don't see why MJF and Adam Cole should win the ROH tag titles. It would be fun to see them win it and then have to kind of like coexist after the main event is all said and done. But I don't see why they would put this match on the show unless they were going to win the titles. So I'm going to go with MJF and Adam Cole winning the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. And now moving on to the main card, we have the House of Black defending their AEW Trios Championships against the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. Badass Billy Gunn. No more daddy ass, no more happy-go-lucky Billy Gunn. We got the badass Billy Gunn. And this will be their third attempt trying to take those trios titles off of the House of Black. I love the House of Black so much. I don't want to see them lose their trios titles here. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn have had, this will be their third match, like I said. So it just, I love the Acclaimed a lot. They're like probably one of my favorite tag teams going in wrestling right now. But I just like the House of Black so much more. But it wouldn't make sense to have them have 3 matches and lose all 3 unless Billy Gunn gets on the mic afterward and like he actually officially retires in front of 80k people. That would be a nice moment, and I really want to lean that way, but this is predictions, and I'm predicting that the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn are going to take those trios titles. It's going to get a huge pop from the London crowd. And now we have Stadium Stampede. We got Eddie Kingston, Penta El Zero, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta going up against Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and now returning Santana and Ortiz. Stadium Stampede action, Wembley Stadium Stampede. That's a big arena, so they got a lot to play with. They're going to be brawling around the ring, in the crowd, all sorts of stuff. It's going to be chaos. I have no idea what they're going to do because the last Stadium Stampede was during the pandemic and they had like an empty like football field to work with. Now it's going to be packed. So what are they going to do? They're going to bump into everybody? Maybe, on accident probably. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know who should win this match. I would love Eddie Kingston to get a big moment. The BCC lost in Blood and Guts, and now we have the returning Santana and Ortiz. So I feel like the best way to go about it would to be giving them the win, but then you got Best Friends, who I think deserve a lot of momentum. Orange Cassidy has a lot of momentum, but Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, I feel like they're kind of underrated. I want them to win some tag team gold, and this would be a huge step towards that goal. And Penta recently, his partner Ray Phoenix got injured. Well, quote injured, because I think he's having visa issues, so that's why he's not going to London. So that's why they're changing it from a 6-on-6 to a 5-on-5. And so yeah, as much as I would love Eddie Kingston and the Best Friends and Penta to get a huge win, I think I'm going to give it to BCC and Santana and Ortiz. Chris Jericho, the Ocho, versus Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin. That contract signing segment on Dynamite was very good. Will Ospreay cut a great promo, and Jericho did as well, hyping up like, hey, this is the biggest event of both these guys' careers. Osprey's coming from the ground up. Jericho's already established, but it's still going to be his biggest show yet. And they both got a lot to prove. Jericho's got to step up. He can't just be the veteran that can kind of hang and chill with the best of them. He's got to be the best of the best. He's got to bring out the best Chris Jericho we've seen in AEW, I do believe. Will Ospreay, he always brings his A game. I think Ospreay should get this win. A loss for Jericho won't hurt him. He's having Fozzy play at the stadium, so that's already a win for him, and I'm sure he's excited about that. So give Will Ospreay the win, but I think they're going to pull out some crazy stuff. Maybe a Judas Effect countered, an Osprey springboard. That would be pretty sick. I am going with Will Ospreay. Also, Don Callis is going to be in the corner, probably. So, shenanigans. Now we have the Golden Elite. Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page going up against Juice Robinson, Jay White, and Konosuke Takeshita. This should be a fun match. I know a lot of people were kind of being like, oh, well, Kenny Omega should have a singles match. And I get that. But also, this match is going to kick ass. Everybody in this match is talented. We don't get to see Kota Ibushi on American soil too often. And, Kota Ibushi has a reputation for being one of the best in the world. Let's just throw all these talented people together, and it's going to be a really fun match. I don't see why they wouldn't give a win for the good guys here. I love Juice Robinson. His energy is crazy. Jay White is slowly becoming like AEW, other than MJF, maybe AEW's top heel in the game, along with Bullet Club Gold. And Takeshita, he's paired up with Don Callis now. He's more of this, badass. I think Moxley called them, tall, dark, and sexy, or whatever he called them. And so, yeah, I think a win for them would be good. But let's be real here. I think Omega, Paige, and Ibushi should get the feel-good win, but it will be a very good match. I can almost guarantee it. And now we have a coffin match, a tag team coffin match. We have Darby Allin and Sting versus Swerve, Strickland, and Christian Cage. Now, it was going to be Strickland and AR Fox, but they lost a tag team match to Nick Wayne and Darby Allin on Dynamite, and Strickland was like, hey, AR Fox, you're a loser. You lost to an 18-year-old kid. You're fired from the Mogul Embassy. And it's like, whoa, that partnership did not last long at all. I kind of feel bad for AR Fox. The match should be a lot of fun. Coffin match. I think it's pretty obvious Darby and Sting are going to get the win. Darby's got a big match against Luchasaurus at All Out the following week. So maybe he'll win this one, then Christian Cage will get his revenge and cost Darby the match at All Out. I think Cage is just putting this match to just be on the card. I love Christian Cage, so as dumb as the AR Fox, getting fired story kind of is, I'm glad Christian Cage is going to be on the card, and I love him, but him and Swerve, they're not winning this one. I'm going with Darby and Sting. And now we have the women's fatal 4-way match for the women's championship. We have Hikaru Shida defending against Toni Storm, Saraya, and Britt Baker. Now, it seems like they might just give Saraya the big London victory, and while I'm sure that would be amazing for her, and it would honestly, be nice to see, as much as I'm not the biggest Saraya and AEW fan. It could be a big stage to have a homegrown AEW talent win the title and Britt Baker, so that would be something. I don't think she's going to win, though. It's going to come down to Saraya and probably Shida. I could see Toni winning it. There might be a bit of conflict between Toni and Saraya, and that leads to a Shida victory. You know what? As much as I would pick Saraya to win, because I think they're going to give her the big moment, I think Toni Storm cost Saraya the match unintentionally or intentionally. Shida wins, and that's builds to Saraya being like, bro, that was my big moment. What the hell, Toni? What the hell we doing here? So yeah, you know what? I was going to go with Saraya, but I am now going with Hikaru Shida. I've changed my mind during the middle of this recording. How crazy and quirky am I? And now we have CM Punk defending the Real World Championship against Samoa Joe. Their last match in the series of their long-lasting rivalry was ended by a roll-up. CM Punk beat Joe, and Joe's like, that's not good enough. And you know what? I do agree. When I saw that match, I was like, wow, cool match, but roll-up's kind of whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of roll-ups unless they're very, very cheeky and sly and cool. So these two are going to beat the hell out of each other at Wembley Stadium. It should be a fun match. It should be maybe an all-time classic. These guys are much older than they were during their hard-hitting ROH days, but you know what? It should still be a good match. I don't see why Samoa Joe would win here unless there are shenanigans outside. As much as it would be cool to see Samoa Joe win the championship, he's doing stuff in Ring of Honor. I think they're not going to have him do anything too huge on, the main Collision or Dynamite shows until he loses that title down in Ring of Honor. So I'm going with CM Punk. And now we have a tag team match to determine two things: who will walk out AEW World Tag Team Champions, and also who could possibly be the best tag team of all time, or at least this generation. We have FTR, the champions, facing off against the Young Bucks in their third match. Young Bucks won the first time around, and then on Dynamite, FTR beat the Bucks. And now we have the third match in the series. Who's gonna win? I like FTR. I think they're really talented, but I am a Bucks guy through and through. You could say I'm an effing mark for the Young Bucks, and you know what? I don't have an issue with that. I love the Young Bucks. I hope they win this match. Both teams are very, very talented, though, so whoever walks out the winner truly could be very, very much considered the best tag team, either of all time or this generation, as they've been saying on Dynamite. Either team could win. Either team could actually win without any problems being raised. So just since I don't know, I'm going to go with my heart, and I'm going to go with the mother effing Young Bucks. Read 'em and mother effing weep. And to main event, the biggest wrestling event in history, we have MJF, the Devil, the AEW World Champion, defending his title against his bro Chacho, and possibly after this former tag team partner, Adam Cole, baby. I think MJF's run with the title has been really, really good. I thought he was going to hold it to the very end of 2023, and then the bidding war of 2024 would happen, and he would have the big bargaining chip that is the Triple B. But now I'm thinking Adam Cole really, really deserves this moment. Coming back from a near career-ending injury, and now heading into the AEW Championship picture. If he wins this match, this could quite possibly exceed all the things he did in NXT. Not that comparisons matter, but let's be real, they are brought up a lot. So I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to have Adam Cole win this match. We've seen all the drama with Roderick Strong and the Kingdom in the background. I don't know if they're going to fuse with Adam or they're going to cost Adam. Maybe MJF and Adam Cole, both guys, they walk out still buddies regardless of the winner. It's the biggest wrestling event ever, so a new world champion being crowned isn't entirely out of the picture. I'm gonna go with MJF to retain the title here. He's our scumbag, and from being the first match at All In 2018 to now the main event of All In 2023, it's a big story right there. Adam Cole, loves the guy to death, and he has a story of his own, but I think it's 50-50, so either way, I'm going to be happy, but I'm going to go with MJF. And there you have it. There are my predictions for AEW All In London 2023 Wembley Stadium. It's going to be a banger show. Not a single match on this card where I'm like, I could do without. They're probably going to add some more. I hope we get to see Chris Statlander defend her title. For a split second, I thought the Hardys were going to be Aussie Open on Dynamite and have the Hardys on the show. That would have been very fun to see, but I get why they lost. Thank you for watching the video, and, let me know what match you're looking forward to most at AEW All In. So I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.